On this episode, we do a midnight session in a ballpark. You ask questions, and I answer them. This is the Ask GaryVee Show. Hey everybody, this is Gary Vaynerchuk, and this is episode 253 of the Ask GaryVee Show. And we are here in AT&T Park, San Francisco, with Alexis and Hunter Pence.
That's right.
Alexis?
Actually, we did it. We got you here.
Yes, you did.
Thank you for being here. Yeah. That's true. You were willing. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. So, Alexis, why don't you tell everybody, you know, it's really funny. Hunter, obviously, you're a very famous baseball player, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Brandon, my best friend, is going to read the questions. And Hunter, Brandon has you on his fantasy team right now, and tried to trade me you during the minor league draft for a draft pick of mine, but I held off and did not trade a draft pick for you, so you're gonna have to take that for the way it is.
In a couple games, you're gonna pay for that.
Well, I'm gonna try to buy low right now. Brandon's out of it.
He's
gonna dump you in a couple weeks.
That's cool.
But what's really interesting to me, Vayner Nation, is Alexis is actually very much in our world.
Yes.
A YouTube vlogger, and more importantly, and I want to talk about this a little bit before we get into the questions. You are a real gamer.
Yes.
You have a Twitch channel.
I do.
So why don't you tell the Vayner Nation a little bit about yourself and that a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, I vlog. I have on YouTube, Let's Get Lexi. You guys want to follow it, subscribe. And there I do specialty coffee shop reviews with Hunter when we travel, and I do a lot of the day in the life of us because we live this crazy life.
As in you travel to cities during the baseball season.
We move 3 times a year, and I show what it's like to actually be in the baseball world. We're like these traveling gypsies, sort of like you know?
I get it.
And yeah, and I show that, and then I also Twitch stream, twitch.tv/.
And what are you playing right now? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, / Let's Get Lexi. And
D-Rock, edit that up.
Yeah, put that in there.
Link the shit up.
And right now I'm playing Kingdom Rush. I really love this game. It's a tower defense game. But we play anything from Smash. Hunter comes on. Hunter also has his own Twitch stream. And I try to stream two times a week, like I said, and I go for hours when I do. And I stream Smash, I stream Kingdom Rush. I'm always looking for new games. City Skyline, I love anything strategy.
You were telling me while we were watching the game that you were a gamer when you were a kid, but then in high school, college, you stopped because it wasn't that cool. You had to do the girl thing.
Yeah.
But like, in your early days, what were you playing? Like Super Mario?
I was playing Super Mario, yeah. So like when I was growing up, I didn't really, my parents were like, what is this gaming? Like it wasn't, you know, like when it first came out, they're like, we don't want you to do this. All you're doing is sitting in front of the TV. So I would play like, the first game that I really got into was something called Bassmasters Classic. And
oh my God, I remember that.
It's actually kind of fun.
Yeah, SNES, and we got an SNES, and I bought the game because I had to replay it now, and I was like, I can't believe I played this game for as long as I did. That and like, what was that other one? Tiny Toon Adventures, and
I gotta throw some super street cred her way though. So we get to sometimes like get to do little events with different gaming companies. MLB The Show is like awesome.
Yeah.
And then we challenge all of the people that work at these gaming companies in Smash Bros. And
you dominate?
This is nasty and they don't even know it. So like whenever we get into these.
Yeah, they think I'm just like come in, just like, you know,
like
girl, I don't know.
And we come in
and
like,
just
shop.
It's pretty awesome.
I hear you're a pretty legit player as well.
I'm a gamer.
So when you're done with baseball, are you thinking about going into are you gonna have a double athletic career?
Well, I don't know. If I'm gonna be
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to be a professional gamer because they're incredibly talented and on next level.
But what are you best at?
At which game?
Yeah.
I'm best at all. Whichever I put my mind to, I'm really good at.
It's insane. I'm telling you, and like
there was a time when I could have been professional at World of Warcraft. Like, not that it's like a professional thing. Like it
is a professional thing.
Well, it is.
Sort of.
No, definitely.
There was a time, but
yeah, like don't diss.
What I want to be involved in potentially is like I love Twitch streaming, but I love tournaments. So I'm hoping to run tournaments. We're opening a coffee shop that's going to be like a coffee shop, board games. I love Magic
New media, yeah.
Did you collect Magic the Gathering cards?
I play sealed and drafts.
Does he collect? What a question.
Dude, it is nerding up here in San Francisco. Makes sense. Of course. I grew up selling all this crap to dudes like you. All right, let's go into the first question.
Andrew Connor asks, how will professional sports change in the next 10 years?
How will professional sports change in the next 10 years? Alexis?
I mean, I think there's going to be a bigger, with esports pretty much. I think esports is going to be just a big competitor, if not bigger, to baseball, football, to the normal mainstream sports that we know now. I just think we're going to consider it just as big of a sport, esports, anything in esports, like fighting games and all that stuff.
Yeah, I definitely think esports is going to grow huge because kids, and I think that the live streaming of it is going to be a big deal. I think you said it pretty much like your phones are the new TV.
100%.
Yeah.
They're making great changes in baseball and the sports like football, basketball.
Yeah, they'll all still be around. I just think it's going to be.
I think esports is growing to be on that level.
Yeah.
It's so fun to see a live event.
100%. I'm going to add that I think soccer will continue to propel the Latino population in the U.S. I think soccer, especially with the World Cup coming to North America. And I also think UFC will continue to grow. And I think that there'll be something 10 years from now that none of us are thinking about.
I hope it's croquet, because I might have a career in croquet.
I'm going to go not croquet. It might be like slime making or like... But I genuinely believe that in 10 years, there'll be something emerging. It won't be mainstream, it'll be like esports today.
Right.
10 years from now, something that we can't think of. The biggest thing I remind people is in 1955, baseball players literally had jobs during the off season in hardware stores to make ends meet. The heavyweight champion of the world in boxing was the most famous person. Horse racing was on a huge pedestal, and professional football was a joke. Like it was a non-existent like situation. So things always continue to change. That's right. That's right.
You're right.
Brandon?
Michelle's Matt asks, what's the one dream career you would have wanted if you weren't doing what you are now?
Alexis, the one dream career.
I'm doing what I'm doing. This is an easy question. I'm doing what I'm doing.
But if there was anything else you could do?
There isn't. I'm literally doing what I want to be doing. Yeah, I mean, unless I could maybe co-host a show with Oprah, that would be my one dream job.
Okay, well that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Hunter?
Baseball's pretty dang good. It's pretty awesome.
When did you want to become a baseball player?
About 7 years old. I was like, I remember one time asking my dad, I was like, Dad, I'm going to be a major leaguer, right? And he was like, I just hope you make it to college, and I was devastated.
Like, I hate you, Dad.
No,
I'm kidding. Did you have siblings?
I did.
Brothers?
I had a brother and 3 sisters.
And was your brother older or younger?
Older.
And was he good at baseball?
He was
Yeah.
great at baseball.
He made it to
the
minor leagues.
like
yeah.
high A. He blew out. He ended up having like the Tommy John. But
Yeah.
It's his son that throws, what does he throw, 56?
Yeah,
they're
at
great.
7?
His kids are all really
Yeah.
good players. He loves
It's
them.
Crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
My
Maybe
answer,
on the Jets.
yeah, my answer is definitely like to be the quarterback of the New York Jets so I could take control of the situation and win 7 Super Bowls. Once I realized, unlike Hunter, around 4th grade, I realized I was more likely to own the Jets than to play for them, and that's what I've been focused on since.
Yeah.
Brandon?
Blake Masters asks, how many coaches tried to change your mechanics, and how important was it to stay true to yourself?
Well, I guess this one's for you, Hunter, so we'll just stand over here.
Yeah.
All right, Hunter, how many coaches have tried to change your mechanics through the years?
Pretty much every one of them. And
You gotta stand closer.
I get it.
I tried to change my mechanics with whatever they teach me, and it's just I don't really have the ability, like the flexibility. Like I'm trying to do what, like feel versus real is a weird thing in baseball. You feel like you're doing one thing, but you're really not.
Yeah.
And so, I just whatever way they put me, like I've done stuff like down here, up here, like I've done it all. It's see the ball, hit the ball. Figure it out.
All right, Brad, let's keep it going. That was the easy one.
Ivan Bickett asks, gentlemen, in honor of Mother's Day, what is the #1 way your spouses have helped you succeed?
Oh, I really like this question.
You like this question, right? And I'm gonna ask you. Actually, let's start this way. Yeah. How about you answer that?
I mean, obviously, Hunter's presence is huge, so that's helped me get kind of a jump off a platform. But also, Hunter is just super supportive off camera too. Like I really didn't believe that I could do it on my own, but he's made me believe that I can, and I'm doing it. And even though I'm still in the beginning stages, he still encourages me just as much on my first day as whatever day I'm on now. Like he's pushed me through some pretty hard times where I do want to give up, and I'm like, YouTube. But then here I am, and I still have a passion for it, and I think he reminds me of what I want at the end.
We are talking to one of your favorite social
and now look where I am. Like, this is
dream right now.
I mean, this is insane, you guys. I was telling our friend earlier as Gary was watching the game, and I was like, this is a surreal moment that Gary is here. Awesome. Like, I never thought you'd be here in real life.
Life.
Like.
So I read a lot of different things, like mental things, psychology things, spiritual things, and I'm always studying to get better. And she's like wonderful to bounce things off with, and she is so good at me not taking it so seriously and being so hard on myself. She's helped me. I'm a whole new person because she's taught me not to take myself so seriously, and she'll remind me when I'm like really down. She'll be like, "You've always said you have to be carefree and you have to let go, and you have." And so she like frees my spirit where when I get into this funk where I tie myself up, I can let go. And
is it a situation where you'll get wound up when you're in a hitting slump? More so, like fielding is kind of a different thing, right? Like it's at the plate where you're, is that where you're getting into like a rut and you start overthinking it?
Yeah, well, you just get into ruts where like you're not, even if you're hitting good, if you're not getting timely hits or the hits, if the team's not winning.
Sure. There's a lot of variables.
And I feel like you find your greatest success when you can like almost cut yourself off of like result oriented and be like attitude, preparation, like everything's into, I'm going to be completely prepared, I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to have the attitude and expectation like that I'm going to get this done.
For me, it's pretty simple. Lizzie, it's unbelievable to be able to live a life where you're not worried about the other person. It's really funny to have Brandon here. I would say that I have 3 clear people in my life that have done that for me. My mom, Brandon, and my wife Lizzie, which is literally knowing 100% that person's intent is pure, and I never have to worry about their reactions, which almost makes you take them for granted. The biggest thing, right. Lizzie and I have been married now for 13 years, and like I'm always worried to even take her for granted because she makes it so easy. And I travel a lot, and we very much have an old school marriage where it's divide and conquer, right?
Right.
I'm working, she's taking at home, which is not the politically correct thing in today's 2017 world,
right.
But we're aligned, and I guess she just allows me to breathe easily, which has an enormous impact. I grew up like any competitive kind of A-type, which is like when you're 15, 14, you don't realize like what a spouse that supports you really actually means. I look at a lot of my contemporaries, people I compete with in business or on my team, and they don't have that lack of stress on their chest. They're overthinking things. They're dragged down because at home it's a freedom.
It's a freedom that you can't. Yes, and I think that's definitely something that we.
Power.
Yeah.
So good at it.
Yeah. So are
you guys should high five again. That was really. Yeah. I love it. Last one, Brad. Is this the last one?
Last one.
Go ahead. Who is it?
Nolani asks.
Who?
Nolani.
Nolani. Okay.
Nolani.
Sorry. Nolani. Who? Nolani.
Nolani asks, if you could tell your high school senior self only one thing from the future, what would it be?
What would have you told your high school senior self one thing for the future?
Oh man, one thing. It'd probably be to listen less to what people have to say and do what you want. Do what you want and don't be afraid to want to do it, even if it's something so stupid. Just do it. Just go and do it.
Yeah,
Hunter?
I would probably just like tell my senior self, like, believe in yourself more, because I was like super hard work. Like, it was all about the work, and I never thought I was doing enough. And sometimes I almost overdid it, where I would just be like, hey, believe in yourself, trust the process.
I would have said, listen, Gary, I've got some great fucking news. You're gonna be 100% right. It is all actually gonna happen, and you're gonna prove them all wrong.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's what happened. Brandon knows. Brandon and I were literally in the bottom 25 of our entire class. Like, we were shit students. Like, Brandon was terrible, and I made him look like an honor roll student. And like, yeah, I was a really bad student.
What was your plan at the time?
to fucking dominate and buy the jets. Like, I knew I was an entrepreneur long before it was cool. Like, we were making money, like we were selling stuff, like we were in a different headspace, and I just knew it. And I think for everybody who's watching, like, that inside voice, I totally agree. Like, who would have thought back then that gaming would be mainstream, right? Like,
Yeah.
like it's.
You hid it. You hid that. You didn't tell anyone you gamed.
No.
Of course not. And so, like, really
Especially as a
understand.
female, you'd be like,
Especially.
just no.
Yeah, and so for me, I think the question there to bring value to everybody who's watching and wrapping up is, you know, you can always settle into the norm.
Yeah.
Like when you're 18, if you're under 30 right now, you have so much time for the rest of your life. You can always get the safe job. You can always go back. You can never be back at this place where you can take high risks and do your thing. And so I encourage it tremendously.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Go for it.
All right,
Like
Alexis,
it.
we're gonna let you ask the question of the day, whatever you'd like. Hundreds of comments on Facebook and YouTube. What's your question of the day?
What gets you to subscribe?
Oh, I like that.
That's what
you
I
went with
wanna
a
know.
real right hook.
I did.
You want real?
want real
you want real insight.
What is it that makes you want to subscribe?
Subscribe, yeah.
I love it.
I want to hear from all of you guys. Like, what makes you want to subscribe to people anywhere, on anything, on any platform?
Hunter, toughest pitcher you faced in your career. Little baseball inside talk. Your
Tim
perspective.
Lincecum in his heyday.
Wow, Timmy, because the hair was flopping.
He was throwing 100 and it was running in. It was a curveball. He threw me a right-handed, left-handed curveball.
You were just like, what the fuck?
He was nasty.
Yeah.
Everyone was. Thank you so
My
much,
pleasure.
Gary.
So good to have
thank you for
so good
being
to have
here.
you.
This is awesome.
Yeah, this is awesome.
You keep asking questions, we'll keep answering them.